Nice choice.
I would just like to welcome everybody to this live tonight. This is such an important live for every SEND child deserve a fair education campaign. We saw the white paper and the reform policies. We are not happy with them. We are now needing to ramp up this campaign. We need people out in Enfield on the 22nd of March, where we will be meeting at Enfield. 1 second, I get a poster up. If it works tonight. Yep. We will be meeting on the 22nd of March at Enfield Chase Railway Station, and we will be marching onto the council grounds, where we will be bringing our messages directly to the council. We cannot let this happen. The SEN community needs our backing as well. And we will not pack it down until we get what we want, guys. So I am going to talk about a couple of things within the white paper tonight that I picked out. I think is the most important bits, especially the stuff around the education healthcare plans as well, because we have been saying, take that off now. We have been saying the whole way along on these lives that education healthcare plans will be going for the children with learning disabilities, and that just was proven today. So educational healthcare plans are just for children. Now will be just for children with complex needs. We are still not sure what term the government, Bishop Phillipson and Wes Streeton is using complex needs in. And until we find out, we won't know what children will fall under. From what I think, and this could be wrong, could not hold me on this, they will be for children with cerebral palsy and other needs that are like that are basically life limiting. And what about, guys and patriots, what about children with dyslexia, autism, that would not fall under complex needs? Would they not be entitled to an education healthcare plan now? I don't think so. I will bring stuff up now for you, and we will look through the SEND reform policies. We go back up to the top, guys. One second, sorry, guys. So I'll bring this up first, I think, for you all. Well, I put this on full screen. I know it might be too small on the screen, guys, but this is what each term this reform policy is going to mean. So alternative provision, AP, settings that provide education for children and young people who, by reason of illness, exclusion from school, or otherwise, may not for any period receive super education, early years and early years settings, early years provision for children aged 0 to 5, including childminders, maintain nurseries, school-based nurseries, and private, volunteer, and independent PVI, nurseries. In this document, mainstream nursery schools and school-based nurseries are grouped with early years settings. Mention mainstream schools refer to only primary and secondary unless otherwise said. EHCPs, we need to look at that one. We all should know what that is. Xbox at hand. Like, guys, this ridiculous. It really is. Like, where did I see the funding? Guy, one thing that did stand out to me actually, is the funding. You know how much we are wanting from the government within this campaign. And we are wanting 10 billion. And the government has only stated 3.7 billion pounds. So that money will not cover half of what's going to be said. And what money they will go into debt so quickly now. They have pretty much cut the money for special education down by half, by a lot. I mean, a lot. Before I continue, guys, I'm going to remind you, please share this live everywhere. We need people in this chat tonight. We need people talking in this chat tonight. So we do. I'll bring this back up now. So, to deliver what? So, I made a mistake, guys. Sorry. So, they're putting more money into the education system for SEND. They are putting in 7 billion, more being spent. No, so yeah, I have read it right earlier. So it is going to be 3 billion pounds, guys. As well, and that will be under review yearly by the sound of it. But then they go on to say they're going to invest 700 million into Best Start family hubs and healthy family program over the next 3 years. What about those with SEND, where they are just offering 2 million? Make that make sense. It doesn't make sense to me at all. That doesn't. Over the next 3 years, they are going to invest 1.6 billion to make the mainstream better, more inclusive by building on evidence. What evidence, though? So then, right, this is an inclusion basis, guys. Yeah? It's still not clear. It's still not clear how these inclusion bases will work at all. But this is where but comes in. They are investing 3.7 billion into these inclusion bases in mainstream settings. Like I said last week, where are they getting the venues and the rooms within the schools, mainstream schools, secondary schools now, bear that in mind, secondary schools, for these inclusion bases? Like, are they thick? Are this government so thick? Is Bishop Phillipson so thick? It sounds like she is. Also, then, they will place the duty onto schools to produce an inclusion strategy, setting out what they will provide across universal offer, targeted and including target plus layers of sport. This means for the first time, right? So if they're doing this, yeah, where will the money come from? How will the school be able to help the children? They are also going to be induced, like, so basically, guys, EHCPs are going unless you got a child with complex needs. If you got that child with a complex need, and if they're panel experts who never ever met your child, think, oh, they're suitable under our criteria. Let's give them an educational healthcare plan, even though it's going to cost the government more money, which is fine. Yeah. But what about children? So the children with dyslexia, dyspraxia, autism, mental health issues, and stuff like that, will not get one. Will not get any HCP. They will be getting a individual sport plan. Yeah, so an individual sport plan. But that might not, so that technically is not going to be a fully legal document. That is potentially not going to be a fully legal document, like an educational healthcare plan is. So technically, schools, when they leave one setting, they technically, no, new schools technically does not have to accept that individual healthcare, individual sport plan, because it will not be classed as an official legal document, even though it will have some legal stuff in it. It still will not be classed as a legal document. This government is so messed up in their head. Keir Starmer's government is so messed up in the head, they cannot know how to manage stuff like this. So please join us. Like I said earlier, join us on the 22nd of March, where we will tell Enfield Council not to follow this suit in this new reform policy. But unfortunately, they will have to, or they won't get any money from the government. I know I'm slating the government off a lot in this live, guys. Sorry. So there will be a variation of level of sport for children with complex need, with no clear, constant approach in identifying and meeting needs. So this is where this panel experts will get involved. But bear in mind, so one side will be a parent saying, my child need this. We need this because X, Y, and Z. So my child is in a wheelchair. this is an example. A parent might say, my child is in a wheelchair. They need 2-to-1 support for the hoisting and changing. They need 2-to-1, and they need regular OT, regular physio, regular speech. Will you give my child an educational healthcare plan? So then the panel experts who never met the child, so child G, for example, they never met this child. So child G will be in a wheelchair. And they meet this child G, and say, well, we got to think child G needs an educational healthcare plan because he can sometimes walk with a walker. But then child A, they will need an educational healthcare plan because they're fully non-mobile. So they will need a full support for the hoisting, full support for everything else. So that child will be entitled to an educational healthcare plan when child G will not be entitled. This is why we need just to keep how it is at the minute. And we do not need to change it. It's working to a point. But then sometimes it's not working because welcome in everybody. So I'm ignoring the chat a little bit at the moment. Welcome in everybody. But then other children won't be entitled and they will get no support pretty much within schools, apart from if they have the individual sport plan, which I do not agree with at all. And this government will not be getting away with it, guys. I need to have a chat with the team and talk and try to sort out some bits that where we can go next with this, really, because it might involve us teaming up with a couple of people, but I'm not sure at the minute what way we're going to take it now. But then we will have the likes of so basically they will introduce, the government is going to introduce a specialist provisions package with nobody knows how this package will work. So they're saying it will cover curriculum that basically help, extra services, therapy, resources, and will guide what is included into an EHCP. So this gets better, guys. I just noticed this, yeah. So guess who gets to basically decide who's on the panel? The Department of Education gets to decide. Who is on this panel of experts. Nobody else, not the council, the Department of Education. And we cannot allow this, guys, at all. We need to. I'm gonna go through more of this tomorrow night, guys. We'll probably be live most nights this week with CP Talks. This week, they're about 100 and something pages, and I haven't really had a chance to go through it all yet. But I'll probably wrap this up now in like 10 minutes, in a couple of minutes, I mean, guys, so I can then go and sort some graphics out for social media as well. So I would just like to give a shout out. They probably are watching the Pink Ladies who are demoing this week on Thursday, starting at 1. I have been, and I want to go through and do some graphics and all that tonight as well. I'll get down to do some graphics. Thank you so much. Like, for example, we actually got 2 team members here tonight, Darren, Pat Darren and One Gem Media. And literally without them and their help with getting this set up, guys, we would not be where we are with this today. We would not have the graphics that we use on demos and stuff like that, and we wouldn't have the videos that we have without the team. And literally massive thank you to all the team. So Darren, Lisa, One Gem Media and Princess Angela as well. And we will be live tomorrow at 7:30 back on our normal CP Talks time. I was just out today, guys, working, so I couldn't go live any earlier. So we are attending. So every SEND child deserves a fair education. Is attending this demo on Thursday. We are meeting at the Home Office where there will be visual outside there for women and children's safety out on the street. And then we are marching down to the Department of Education. And I am lucky enough to have been asked to lead a chant on this. And we are lucky enough, I am lucky enough to be given opportunity to speak at this demo as well. So yes, it's going to be a good one. I got a feeling it's going to be a good one. So if you can come and join us outside the Home Office on Thursday, please do. Come and join us and chant no to this stupid reform policy. Bishop Phillipson, shame on you. Shame on you for bringing out this reform policy. We are not going to stop fighting. So I recommend Bishop Phillipson, pack it in now, because you'll have people protesting most weeks outside your offices. If needs be, we will hold weekly demos outside the Department of Education offices as of April. I will take time to plan though. So bear with us. But if you can join us on Thursday, please do. Also join us in Enfield on the 22nd as well. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you for watching. As always, keep safe, respect, and I'll see you tomorrow evening for episode 6. Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow about it. Yeah, so thank you everybody for joining, and I'll catch you tomorrow evening.